Ladies and gentlemen, I am back from YouTube retirement. In all seriousness, we back with another video, man, and boy oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about, man. This whole situation is crazy. Before we get into that, I want to appreciate you guys so much. I want to thank you guys for 500 subscribers. Hey, I appreciate y'all supporting my inconsistent tale, man. I'm sorry. I apologize, man. I think this is the part where we do excuses, all right? So, in all seriousness, what I was doing while I wasn't uploading was I was working on getting new equipment for the channel. And, I had some problems trying to run OBS and stuff like that, but you know, we back. All right, we back. I know that took a couple months. I was just trying to make sure I get this whole thing right because I didn't want to screw up. But let's get to the task at hand. So WWE, I think it was Triple H, he put out a tweet talking about this Bad Bunny DLC. Now, I already kind of knew about it. I mean, I follow What's the Status on Twitter. Shout out to What's the Status. But I think he was the person, him and then a slew of other creators in the community made tweets about it. And that's how I pretty much found out about it. You know, this whole situation is just, let's talk about it. So a lot of people online are upset, and rightfully so. They have every right to be upset at this company because they've been very inconsistent, you know, per se, with a few things. But one of the things they done was they made it to where you have to pay, I believe, almost $10. I believe it's approximately like what, $9-10 to get your hands on Bad Bunny. So the Backlash version of Bad Bunny. And a lot of people are upset about it. Because, you know, some people are like, well, we paid money for this. Like, we pre-ordered the game. So, you know, we pre-ordered the game, then shouldn't they just let us get them for free? I mean, we pre-ordered, we got our hands on Bad Bunny. Why can't we just get the game for free? Or, sorry, why don't we just get, you know, the model for free? And crazy thing is, I can see that. They definitely have a point. Like, come on, man. We pre-ordered and we got Bad Bunny, you know, from pre-orders, so logic will tell you that they would just give them to us for free. But in the words of LA Knight, nah, they put them behind a paywall. So here's what I have to say about it. The reason why this thing is close to $10 anyway is mainly because they added VC. Now, I'm gonna be real with you, I don't play my faction that much, if at all. I dabble with it, but I'm just not that, I'm like in and out of it. Not really that much of a fan of the mode, but here's what I'll say. It was like, I'll be real with you, if it was like a couple of bucks, I would have probably bought it. To be fair, I would have probably did it, but because it's like $9 and they're just adding like stuff for my faction, I don't think it's worth it. I mean, let's just be real here. Most of the community we don't play my faction. Some people do, and hey, more power to you, I guess. But most of the community, we don't really play my faction. Like, me personally, I'm gonna be real, I'm mainly, y'all know me as that guy who just be lingering in community creations, which, you know, a lot of people do. But yeah, like, I'm one of those people that I'm mainly in community creations, downloading creations, having fun in the play now and stuff. Maybe I'll try to get in the universe mode, but that's pretty much me and most other people. So the fact that they added, like, they threw in more add-ons to kind of justify the price, like, sure, like a my faction card, I mean, that's cool, but like, we didn't ask for that. Same with the VC. I really didn't ask for that. Most people probably don't, unless, now if you're playing my faction, that's probably right up your alley, a free VC. Most people, most of us, we just don't care. And this brings me to another topic when it comes to another update. When it comes to my faction, Me personally, I ain't gonna lie. When I was in a bit of a slump when it comes to sports video games, and I officially came back to a wrestling game. Mind y'all, before 22, I haven't played a wrestling game in almost 8 years. It's been years. It's been at least close to that. The last WWE game that I played, like throughout pretty much the whole entire life cycle of that game, was probably 14. Other than that, 15, I touched it like once because my stepbrother had it. I touched 17 like one time as well, and I just never touched it again. But I don't really count it. I only played it like once, but that's pretty much it. I haven't really touched a WWE game like that in years. So when they announced that they were adding my faction in 2K22, I'm gonna be real. I didn't really care about it. Like, we already have that in NBA 2K. I'm just curious to see. At the time I was like, hey, you know what? Let's just see how they do it, because I don't know how they're gonna pull it off. And it's what we have now. So personally, I really don't too much care for this mode. A lot of people didn't ask for this mode. I'm gonna be real. Like, I didn't ask for it. A lot of people really didn't care about it. I don't know why they just gave it to us, but I know why they did it. Money, but it sucks. Nah, it's not like I didn't see this coming. Especially, I know the controversy with Big Papa Pump being put behind a paywall. That really did get on a lot of people's nerves, and I can definitely see why. But they did say at the beginning of the game, like, "Hey, man, this is what we're gonna do." It just sucks that, like, we have to play one mode just to play with other types of versions of, different superstars. That's kind of annoying. Like, it'd be cool if we could have Big Papa Pump, in the play now and stuff like that, and throughout all the other game modes. But just to talk about my faction, I'm gonna leave it at this. I'll be real with you. I'd rather them just gut the game mode in general and just focus more on universe mode, because I think universe mode might just be the most popular mode in the game, even though it's not that great. Like, GM mode has the potential. Universe mode should be better than it is. And I feel like now it's kind of giving me that Madden vibe, where it's like, we're going to focus more on the money making mode, and we're just going to kind of do little here and there on the other offline modes. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Madden is literally the same way, where they give more focus to Ultimate Team, and they don't really focus on like franchise mode too much. Like, yeah, they give them like a couple updates, but then like that's it. So, and it's sad to see, wrestling game. I mean, come on, man. A lot of us, we grew up playing wrestling games. We love wrestling games. It's sad to see wrestling games go this route too, where it's like, we can focus on my faction. We'll put more focus on my faction, but then we won't focus too much on universe mode. And even like then, it's still technically broken at the moment. Same with my GM. People just want more updates for those modes. Clearly, 2K just doesn't care. That's just my opinion. Now, in a perfect world, they pretty much make them all equally, fix them all equally. But like, that's in a perfect world. But my final stance on my faction is, I'd rather them just get rid of the game mode, to be real, and just focus more on universe and my GM, because in my opinion, those are like the main games. So you guys let me know down below in the comment section, what do you guys think about this Bad Bunny situation? Now, personally, if you want my honest opinion, I think for the most part, I can see it being free. I can definitely see people making an argument like, hey, this should be free. And I can also see the argument of people saying like, hey, man, if it was even like a couple of dollars, like, I probably would have bought it. Like, I'm one of those people, like, if it was like $3.99, $4.99 even, I might have pulled the trigger and got it. But because it's like they're upping it toward like $10, it's like, and it's mainly because they just threw in a bunch of other stuff from my faction, I ain't rocking with it. But I appreciate you guys so much, man. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Roll to 1,000 subscribers, man. I'm hoping we can get there. I'm gonna try to be more consistent. yeah, and I just appreciate y'all so much, man. More content on the way. I'm gonna try my best to stay as consistent as I possibly can be now, because before you know it, 2K24 news is gonna be rolling out, and I'm gonna try my best to go ahead and cover all of that. So I appreciate y'all so much, man. And yeah, see you on the next one. I'm out, y'all. Peace.